sideways period from, yeah, actually here all the time. I have been trading Bitcoin and it was a lot easier because you are trading ranges. Bitcoin makes a rally, then it ranges. Simply, what you do is you draw a range like this. It is very simple, guys. Bitcoin makes a rally, for example, okay? Then it makes a low. What you do is you simply trade the range, guys. You buy here, you short here. You buy here, you short here. It's simple as that. It's easy. And yeah, even in a bear market we can trade. It does not mean that when the bull market ends that we will have no trades. I was actually better performing in the bear market than in this crap recent bull market. I mean, until 2024, it was still good to trade altcoins. I have killed it on X, on Twitter. Maybe some of you who remembers 2023 and 24, I was nailing and killing it. I was sharing trades on phone, easy mode, without even caring, without efforts, you know, high win rate. But then something happened, guys. In 2024, something happened and price action completely changed. And all the traders are saying the same. It's not only me claiming this, but I see all the traders having difficulties because the usual TA, the old TA that we used to use, is not working anymore. At least not as good as it used to work. And that's a problem, obviously. So you have to pay more attention. You have to actually spend more efforts. You cannot take it easy like it was before without any efforts and share trades. For example, H4 EMA or H1 EMA dip. In the past, it had a high success rate, high win rate. Each dip to the EMA 200, you could buy that. Simple as that. Now it doesn't work easy as that. Only sometimes. Only works sometimes. In Confluence. Many times it doesn't work. Your friend has construction company and he told me his customer bought 5 BTC for 10 years sold or so around 86. What do you think? Bro, the thing is, Sasha, the thing is, we have never seen how Bitcoin performs in a real financial crisis. We have never seen that because Bitcoin came after the last financial crisis, 2008, 2009 was the last financial crisis, worldwide, real crisis that we had. And that's when Bitcoin was born, right after that. Since then, ever since Bitcoin has been in an uptrend, basically, let me show you what I mean on the log scale. This is the Bitcoin all-time chart. And since the financial crisis here in 2009, after which Bitcoin was created, it has been in a steady uptrend, brother. Here, this is basically, even these bear markets that we call bear markets are still uptrends. Only that Bitcoin made dips and. So Bitcoin has been going up only. You can say it like that. Bitcoin has been going up only because it never, actually because it's Bitcoin. Yeah, it has gone up to its real value. The limited supply, only 21 million, and so on. And guys, most of us always believed that Bitcoin will go to 100K. You can watch my old videos and you will find somewhere I say when Bitcoin was at 3K, for example, where I said it will go to 100K. I mean, it's undervalued right now. Many of us said that. I mean, 100K was always a thing for us. Uh, but sadly, most of us did not hold as much Bitcoin as we should. Although we believe that, believing one thing and trading according to that is different. Most of us would have been much better if we had not traded and only kept Bitcoin and held Bitcoin, for example. Okay, Sasha, what I'm trying to show you is Bitcoin has never been in a, actually in a bear market, never been in a financial crisis. You know, the question is about Bitcoin for the next 10 years. Let's say it's a bit crazy to talk about war, but let's say a war breaks out, World War III. Then we will see how Bitcoin reacts to that. If it breaks down here, brother, to 50K and retest, then it can go all the way back down. It can happen like that. It's not unrealistic. This can happen. Until now, it never happened. Bitcoin has been in an uptrend. I'm just saying that this is something that could happen in a black swan event. We don't know, brother. For now, it is riding yeah, the up only move, Sasha. That's it. So I do think Bitcoin for the next 10 years, ah, difficult, brother. It's difficult. I don't think so, brother. Yeah, I don't think so. I think 100K was realistic always to me, but those targets like 1 million, I don't think so, bro. I would rather say that people would buy more gold in times of war and so on, and financial crisis, because in war you will have problem with electricity and also internet. And without internet, crypto will be useless without internet and electricity and so on. Difficult, difficult, brother. You're welcome, Hamza. Enjoy. Have a good day, brother. Yeah, George, but it doesn't have to be like that. I'm just saying the worst case scenarios. I mean, in Gaza, there's also war. I mean, a genocide, actually. In Palestine, there's a genocide since 3 years. Hundreds of thousands of people are dying, being killed, but they have internet. Somehow they have internet and electricity, even if they have to, you know, build something themselves. Some of them are building some types of batteries and so on to have electricity, but somehow it works. So, but you get what I mean. For crypto, you need that. You need internet. And that's the main problem in times of war, at least. Then gold is more safe in such times, in my opinion. what Bitcoin does. As I said, in case we get that lower entry, 90K 500, I would add to full size. For now, I'm not risking much, guys. Would rather wait a bit. But for now, it's looking all right. I mean, it can continue. Yeah, it's in the safes, George. You are right. It's in Switzerland, for example. You get it on paper. It's under your name. That's correct. But you can go pick it up anytime you want. You can pick up the gold. Obviously, in times of war, for example, you cannot trade with big barrels of gold. You will need small pieces like coins, gold coins. You know, like in Walking Dead times, like in Walking Dead scenarios, when you have the world like that, or fiat currencies, then you will have to trade with gold, obviously, but not with big amounts of gold. You will need small pieces, like coins, small gold coins. Then you can buy food and necessary things like to survive. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So yes, you can go pick up your gold when you buy gold in Switzerland, for example, from the bank, from the safe. TP did fully recover yesterday's crash. Crazy strength. Hmm. Overall, really difficult, guys, the market, I must say. It's not easy. I have to pay more attention and spend more screen time, which I will do soon, hopefully. It's not easy. You have to pay more attention and actually spend efforts to trade uh, profitable in this job, or be lucky and catch a coin like Dusk. That's why I made this list here with the privacy coins. We might catch one of those, guys. We might catch one of those. I will keep watching these as much as I can. And yeah, we might get lucky. Like last month, when we caught some nice high art trades on night and so on. I mean, Dusk did it. Others can do it as well. So we have to be lucky, pay a bit more attention, do homework, and catch one of these motherfuckers next time. Inshallah. Look at this newly listed coin, privacy coin. Got listed in April, made some scam pumps, then it dumped on 10th October. Yeah, how are you supposed to catch this one? Look at this weird. After 10th October, it went on a long fucking Slow grind. Imagine how much patience you must have to stay in this trade, guys. Look here. It goes up and down again. Imagine you are holding from October here. Oh, I see something happened then in October. It switches to January from October. Weird. Yeah, something happened. Coin migration or mainnet launch or whatever. Or there is a bug in my trading view. I don't know. But here I just see, look, we have September, October, October up to here. Then where the missing candles are, guys, it switches from October to 2026, January. Weird. Anyone know what happened there? I don't know. Anyways, after that, after it switched to January here, yeah, it went sideways for 2 weeks, slow grind up, and then it started, took off. Sometimes you have to look at things like this to learn as well, to maybe catch the next one. I made a 4x actually, 4x's from there. Brother, I'm not looking for shorts when Bitcoin rallies, except when I know that I have a range. For example, brother, look, uh, when I know that Bitcoin is ranging and I expect it to range more, then I do consider uh, shorting at the highs. Okay. Here I shared short positions on Bitcoin. I think that was in December. I shared some good shorts here in the group and also on Twitter. Shorted these highs here successfully. Some of you may remember, but I had reasons to short there, guys. First of all, the EMA 200, I had that one as confluence. I knew that when Bitcoin comes up to there, it would be resistance and also previous highs. Then we shorted Bitcoin. Then we shorted again. Here again, I think we shorted. Because why? Because it was still below the EMA. It was below the EMA, brother. And that's why I was considering to short. Also, I shared some shorts here. Look. Here, this was also a range. I shorted some of the highs here. I think one time I got stopped. I used a too tight stop, but yes. Here, for example, brother, you know that that's resistance, potentially a level where big guys are placing trades. That's why I did consider shorting here. Look, you know, this is a range. Also, long Bitcoin here at mid-range once. Yeah, here, and it went up. But the difference now, George, is that currently it broke out and it's rallying. Potentially, this is a rally. Look here. This was the major resistance, brother. You see this, bro? This was resistance here. 93K around there was resistance. Many times it got rejected. You could have shorted that 93. Let me actually draw it as a zone. Okay. So this zone, anytime Bitcoin came into this zone here, you could have shorted it. That's what we did here, for example, with the EMA 200 confluence. Here, it could have been shorted too, but then now it broke out potentially. It broke out, brother. Also, it flipped the EMA 200. So this is potentially a trend reversal. Look, it was below the EMA 200 and now it went above it, used it as support, and right now it is bouncing on it again. So shorting, brother, I do not consider shorting a potentially strong rally. No. Scalping is different. Scalping in a small time frame, 5 minute time frame, but I'm not doing that right now. I don't have time for that scalping. For that, I have to have more time at watch, sit at the screen, for example, for 1 minute trading, right? But as a swing trade, no, I'm not looking for a short. I shared a long trade actually. When would I look for a short? Let me quickly look. Uh, I might be interested, brother, in shorting the level from where it dropped yesterday for a scalp position, but I would not, force the trade. Let's say if I see Bitcoin goes up to here, for example, and then I see in a smaller time frame it gets rejected. I see rejection PA in the 5 or 10 minute time frame, 15 minute time frame. Then I would short for a lower entry. This is what I would do if I had like a bit time um, to pay attention. If I was at the screen and if I see a move up to here, then rejection, I might short that to buy lower here, brother. To buy lower here on the SMA 200, you know? And this would be the must hold level, brother. George, this would be the must hold level below which I would then flip bearish on Bitcoin. You see this? 90K is the level here that has to hold, in my opinion. All right, fam. I wish you all a good week. Uh, but what about the privacy coins which are pumping? Would you look to trade them on the way back down? I don't know, bro. I haven't thought about it, but I'm not the biggest shorter. Sometimes I short, but uh, XMR. I might be shorting those coins, brother. Let's see. I don't know. If I see good setups, yeah, why not? For example, night, I shared a night short, and it was really a good short, except that after we took profit on 1 hour, I said, let's cancel it at break even. Then we canceled at break even. And look, it, I even said that it might sweep my stop. That's why I canceled it at break even. And it did that. So actually, if I had paid attention while it happened, we could have reshorted it. And yeah, the thing is, I would have to catch it, brother. I would have to sit at the screen and see a good look at this. This was an easy pattern. Broke below the major trend that it was riding, retested, and then swept those retests. Yeah. So the idea was correct and valid. So I would have to see a pattern like this, brother, a good pattern on the privacy coins that are pumping right now. For example, XMR. Let me check it real quick. Thing is, how high can this go, right? Let me check. It's really bullish right now, really strong. See any short for now here. It would have to go to the highs, maybe then for a range like this, maybe then, brother. If it goes here, then maybe then I would short for a move like this. You know, here, like this. What else do we have? Zek. It's actually potentially on support here, Zek. Not a good idea to short right now. Yep. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna end the stream. I think it's already more than 1 hour now. Spontaneous stream. Tomorrow evening, I have my regular stream at 8 p.m. UTC, I think. Yeah. See you guys then. And then we will have seen how the Monday PA has developed. And no more, inshallah. For now, as I said, half size in the long position would add at 9,500. Market a little bit uncertain, although I'm leaning bullish for a bit higher. That's why not risking much. Preserving capital for the times that will be better, easier. I think that's important right now. Do not rush and FOMO into trades, in my opinion. Rather take it easy and preserve your capital because you will need it when the market turns better. Okay? You are welcome. Have a good day, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.